In this video, I will demonstrate how to compute and compare different attributes in the multi-pane environment of GVerse Attributes. GVerse Attributes is the new on-the-fly attribute computation and analysis software from LMKR and is part of our GVerse suite of products. After seismic data has been added, by default, seismic amplitude data is displayed in a single pane. To apply an attribute to the displayed data, select the attribute you want from the tree in the seismic attributes pane. In the tree, attributes have been categorized into trace-based attributes, spectral decomposition, frequency-tuned attributes, which are the high-resolution attributes computed using the CAPS technique, and tensor-based attributes, which use tensors to compute geometric and curvature attributes. Expression-based attributes let you combine available attributes using mathematical expressions to create customized attributes. To apply an attribute, simply select the attribute you want from the attribute tree. So I can look at the instantaneous amplitude, phase, frequency, sweetness, average energy, whatever. I just have to click the attribute and it is computed on the fly and displayed instantly in the viewer. We can also add multiple panels to look at more than a single attribute at the same time. I will add 5 more panels by clicking the Add button 5 times, and then I can apply a different attribute to each of these panels. Let's set panel number 2 to instantaneous amplitude. Let's make number 3 something more interesting, like semblance. View the azimuth attribute here, and a tensor-based coherence on panel number 5. Like I mentioned earlier, we can also apply expression-based attributes where you combine any of the available attributes using a mathematical formula. I have one already created here. Let me just edit that for you. You can see that we have combined the semblance, thin bed, and dip curvature attributes using this formula to create a custom attribute that we call the shale indicator. Once you have created this, you can use it just like any other attribute by simply clicking it in the tree to apply to a panel. I can navigate through my volume using the navigation control in the main application ribbon. Using the slider, I can jump to any part of the cube and all the panels automatically refresh and the selected attribute is computed on the fly for each panel. We can switch from inlines to view any crossline or time slices through the volume. You can also navigate the volume using the plus and minus hotkeys on your keyboard. At any time, you can replace the attribute in any panel. To do this, click on the panel you want to change by clicking on it once to activate the panel. Next, choose a new attribute from the attribute tree, and it will instantly be applied to the selected panel. You can also modify any associated parameters to see how they will affect your attribute results. For example, I can increase the window size for the average energy computation to see how an increasing window size affects my data. Once I find the appropriate window size for my dataset, I can save the parameters for volume generation. All the panels are synchronized, so if I zoom in one, all of the panels zoom or pan so that I can better compare the attribute results. In our example, we can directly compare how the frequency-tuned semblance compares with the tensor-based coherence and maximum curvature in highlighting our faults. We did not have to generate 3 separate volumes to make this comparison and can easily see and compare these in the same view. We can also disconnect the panels by turning off the lock option. This makes the panels independent of each other, so the navigation and display controls are no longer synchronized. You can view different parts of the data at the same time in multiple panels. GVerse Attributes lets users compute and compare attributes on the fly without having to generate complete attribute volumes beforehand. The fast computation of attributes using the GPU and the integrated viewer can help interpreters get the most out of their expensive seismic data without wasting disk space and saving valuable processing and analysis time. To find out more, please visit our website lmkr.com/gverse.